Hello, hello, and welcome back to the 5 Foot Strong podcast. I am your host, Jessica Gerlach, and today we are diving into the world of wellness, entrepreneurship, and what it really takes to build something with purpose from the ground up. I'm joined by two powerhouse co-founders, Elon and Talia Lindie, the duo behind INE Plus Nutrition, a Canadian-owned wellness supplement company. Driven by passion for health and wellness, Talia and Elon challenge their knowledge and expertise into creating INE Plus Nutrition. We talk about how a simple idea turned into a bold mission and how they're redefining energy, focus, and resilience on their own terms. Whether you're chasing a startup dream, looking to level up your wellness, or just a little reminder that strong looks different in everybody, this episode is for you. So let's get into it all and let's welcome Elon and Talia to the 5 Foot Strong podcast. Hey guys, how are you guys doing?
Hello, hello.
Hey, good. How are you?
Thank you so much for coming on. So I'm going to ask you the question that I ask all the guests is what does being strong mean to you?
So for me, strong looks like just determination and resilience and setting yourself with the boundaries if necessary, depending on whether it's business, personal life, being able to just listen to yourself, not second guessing, and just again, that confidence in yourself, the determination, and drive for whatever your passion could be. So not just physical, but mental, spiritual, and all those aspects.
100%. I completely agree with you. Strength is an overall kind of idea, and that's what I want this podcast to kind of get across. So I want to go back to the your business, INE Nutrition. How did it come together? How you guys working together? Like, talk to me about it.
Yeah, so it really came as at first as a real passion and lifestyle. Coming from working in the medical industry for over a decade, as well as Elon in health and wellness. And we just noticed that a little bit of gaps were in between as a whole. So whether it was, what we were looking for as a product, what testing, the raw materials, where was it being sourced from, all of that. And we really wanted to build something that was based on we're a family business at the forefront, and coming together and building what we think is just simplifying wellness and not making it overwhelming for everyone. Whether you are in the beginning, middle, or have been training for decades and it's your profession, everyone can use our products and not be overwhelmed with what we have formulated or have come out with.
Well, I like the idea that wellness shouldn't be overwhelming to people, and that it should really be simplified because living our healthy life shouldn't be overcomplicating things. You know what I mean? So you guys are husband and wife, and
Mhm.
so you talk about a little bit of your history and why you decided to create this supplement. Like one of you is in fitness or health and wellness, and one of you is in science, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Yes.
Well, when we were coming together with the idea of INE Plus Nutrition, as simple as it sounds, we just wanted to help people live healthier lives,
Love it.
live better lives, feel better, feel more energized, and age more gracefully.
Hmm.
So the idea came together as just how can we help people just live a healthier lifestyle? And then when we looked into, what that would look like, we started to come up with some of the ideas in terms of some of the products.
Hmm.
But one thing that we made sure is that no matter what we did, there were certain principles that we had to stand behind. And some of those principles were we wanted to be a Canadian company.
Love it.
We wanted to manufacture everything right here in Canada. And that's important because Canada has one of the highest laws when it comes to health and wellness and natural health products because you have to go through so much testing, so much regulatory bodies to even be able to get something on the shelf. And we're proud to stand behind that because we really took a lot of time into developing this company. The second thing is we wanted to have clean products.
Yeah.
It's really important for us because this is stuff that we trust to our family or friends. We wanted to stand behind something that was clean. So we took probably the first 2 years getting all the certification, making sure that we're third party tested, we're NSF certified, CGMP, non-GMO, all the things that that we felt that was important in this type of industry. And the last thing we wanted to make sure is that people actually enjoy taking our products. And with our greens, we've both been in the health and wellness space for a long time. And we've both bought greens, and you walk around the store and you see, super berry,
Yeah.
citrus splash. You're like, oh, this probably tastes amazing. You bring it home, you try it, and greens, unfortunately, has always had a bad rap of not tasting the greatest.
Mhm.
So as great as it is for you, if you're not taking these products on a regular basis, you're just not going to see the results. So what we did is we made sure that these products not only were effective,
Mhm.
that they also taste great so that you actually enjoy taking it. And we
Makes
spent a
sense.
lot of time really diving in on the flavors of our greens and our other products to make sure it's an enjoyable moment. Taya mentioned it earlier, to make it simple. If you wake up in the morning, you're looking forward to it, it just becomes that much easier versus, dreading, oh, I got to take another scoop of this and not liking it.
100%. So besides like flavor and whatever, what else sets you apart from other, like, this world is full of supplements and wellness products, you know? So what, besides the Canadian aspect, also what makes you guys set apart from other wellness companies?
So the integrity
Yeah.
behind all of our products, uh, the when we do formulations, we have two things in mind.
Hmm.
One, if your body needs 300 milligrams of something, we will put 300 milligrams of whatever ingredient that is.
Yeah,
The idea is not to just have a product and you're not actually seeing the benefits, is not being effective.
for
The
sure.
second thing is, can your body absorb it? Can
Mhm.
our bodies actually absorb what type of nutrients we're taking? We
Yeah,
limit how much ingredients we put into certain things because sometimes it's overwhelming. Our bodies cannot absorb 85 ingredients all in one sitting.
sure.
So when we do certain things, we make sure that A, it's effective, and B, your body could actually absorb what you're looking for. And sometimes that's taking out ingredients because they just don't match with certain other ingredients as well. So
For
those are
sure.
the two things that we really are top of mind when we put any type of formulation, because we want our customers to actually see the benefits of taking our products.
Well, I love how passionate you guys are, and you found a void in there's half the stuff we don't even know what we're putting in our bodies on the market right now. So I appreciate the honesty, the transparency of your product as well. So, we're trying, how long have you been trying to build INE Plus for nutrition?
So we always say there's always two dates when
Yeah,
people ask us, when they say, how long have you been around for? And I say, well, when we came to market,
yeah.
we were ready to sell October 2021.
Okay.
2 years prior to that was when we were building the business.
Yeah,
Because the goal when we were building, we said we didn't want to come out with one certification and then all of a sudden we get another one and we have to change our labels and it's a lot of work to change
yeah,
labels and a lot of work. And
yeah.
so what we
Each
said is
little change is a
each
lot.
little change, it is a mission, and then you got to notify everybody, and it's a lot.
100%.
So we said if we can do this all within the same time frame, let's just because no one knew we were doing this for. We didn't tell our family, I think, for at least a year and a half
I love that.
until
That's
we
awesome.
physically had our product in our hand, right?
Yeah,
Because anything at that point could have happened. Health Canada could have said, we're not,
yeah,
we're not, we can't move forward, right?
yeah,
So we always say October 2021 was when we were ready for market to
yeah.
sell, and then 2 years before that, while also raising our two daughters.
It's a lot at
Young.
once, but you know
Yep.
what? It's a lot of togetherness as well.
Yes, yes,
So
yes.
when you're running a business and as entrepreneurs, we talk about being resilient and being strong in a business with all the pressures of growth and trying to build the business. How do you guys stay true to what your original mission was, is to keep it simple?
So this is, I think, probably the hardest thing
Mhm.
of being an entrepreneur is trying to stay focused because there's so much noise, there's so much distraction
And trends
and
and
trends,
this,
and
yeah.
depending on where you're looking, you could actually get caught up in somebody else's mission, and all of a sudden you're following somebody else's dream.
Yeah.
And for us, one of the things that we made sure we did is when we first started, and I'll tell you a quick story. When we first started, we first 2 months, we had maybe 5 orders, maybe a little bit more, but we were just starting out. I'm pretty sure 4 of those orders was from my mom.
I love the support, mom.
So we had an order would come through, and both we used to do this thing where we send each other, if we're not home together, we send each other the dancing emoji
Yeah,
just as like a celebration, because this is to see an order come through is really, really.
100%.
So, but in the beginning, any order, we told ourselves, no matter what, we will have the order ready, packed, and ready to ship within 48 hours.
Love it.
Some, most of the times a lot sooner, but
Yeah,
48 hours was always the max that we give ourselves.
amazing.
I remember one time, because I used to do all the deliveries, especially for local orders.
Yeah.
And one morning I wake up and it is snowing.
Oh
Like we're
man.
talking about a massive snowstorm. But true to what we said, we need to have this delivery out because somebody trusted us. We will make sure they get their order on time.
Yeah.
So I drive to drop the order off. The the street wasn't even plowed. So I had to actually park down the street, get out the car, walk through probably 6 inches of snow to get this order.
Yeah.
And when I came home, told Ty about it, and that was just what we did. That was just our standards.
I love
We,
that though.
we
That's
got an
really,
email from the customer saying,
Yeah.
I cannot believe that you were able to deliver this. All my other deliveries were delayed, they were moved to the next day, and I'm surprised that you guys were able to do this. And from that point on, we promised ourselves that throughout this process, no matter how big, how much we grow, we're going to continue to do the little things, the day-to-day things that
Mhm.
helped us grow this business. And fast forward to today, we've we've grown this business into 7 figures, which is wild to think. And it's all because of their customers and the customers trusting us and believing in us. But a lot of it too is the small little day-to-day things that we do.
That we still do and will continue to for as
Uh,
long as we can. So
well,
Yeah. So
that's really what separates you guys, because that's the love and passion you have for your business and for your product and your belief in your own product as well. So you guys are married, running a seven-figure business now. It could be a very good thing and it could be a very rough thing. So what's your secret to that working relationship?
It's so many people ask us like, do you guys just talk about work and this and the bit? And with being an entrepreneur, it's not a Monday to Friday 9 to 5. So there are times when we are fully present and focused on family life, but then at 8 o'clock at night after our girls are sleeping, and we have to totally catch up on things.
Yep.
And so we're really good at balancing. Sometimes it does like it's an ebb and flow, but I think just really our communication towards everything from our business, family, everything going on. We're constantly, we have these little meetings, like we know Monday morning, this is our powwow time, I call
Yeah.
it. And we know we have to get this done, and we meet and catch up on our week. And we're always communicating. I'm
That's
any thought that
important
comes
in
in
any
my mind,
relationship. Yeah.
exactly. Any thought that comes in my mind, I'll just spew it out and
You
he's
know
there.
what? As single female, communication is very key in relationships.
I was, I just to add it to that, we trust each other.
That's
And I
Hmm.
think
important.
that's the biggest thing, well, one of the biggest things. When we first started, because it was just the two of us, we had 18 different roles.
Yep.
And because some of those roles weren't even needed, we just figured that, here's how a business is supposed to run. Here's all the roles that you should take on.
Yep.
And we sat down and Ty's like, why don't we focus on the roles that are actually going to help us grow the business?
Hmm.
Instead of
Yeah.
being, the social media marketer when we have zero followers, let's just make sure that deliveries are done on time. Let's make sure that any emails that come through, and we still do this to this day, we answer. We're the ones that are they're communicating with our customers. We're involved in their journey. Let's take care of that first,
Yeah.
and we'll just when new things come up, then we take on those responsibility. So
Well, I
we trust.
like that you focus on the small things and make those
Yeah,
small things, perfect, because that you can make those bigger things like your product perfect as well. When you focus on every detail, it really makes a difference.
exactly,
Definitely.
exactly. And I can say it all organically fell into place because in the beginning it was a little rough because we do
Yeah.
work But I love that because it complements each other. But it really organically, everything started to fall into place as we continued to just carve our path of how the business was growing. So,
But that's how you find your purpose. And you guys found what your purpose is and what your mission is the same mission is to, inspire others to live a healthier lifestyle. And that's kind of, my mission as well as a trainer. I wrote my book, the same kind of thing. It's like those small things is just you want to inspire people to live a healthier lifestyle. So you guys are in the wellness game. So how do you guys each prioritize your own wellness, your physical health?
So I'll start with this. I made my physical health, my health and wellness journey part of my lifestyle.
Yeah.
And everyone that knows me knows that part of my lifestyle. They know that I go to the gym, they know that I work out. And I find that what ends up happening is depending on where you are, if you're starting out this journey or you're in the middle of this journey, if you have your health and wellness and your fitness as an add to your
Yeah.
day, that's where the struggles become. Because
Mhm.
after you finish your day and you're exhausted and you're now saying, oh, I have to make it to the gym, that's where the real battle becomes.
Yeah.
Versus if you know that your day starts from 8 and it ends at 8, and somewhere in there, your health, you have to work out
Yeah.
and it just becomes part of your day. It's so much easier to maintain versus finishing your day and then deciding you're going to add going to the gym at 10 o'clock at night.
Completely agree with that. Completely agree with that. Make it like, just like you have an appointment. I put it in my calendar sometimes, just like I don't cancel on a client or a meeting. I'm not going to cancel on myself to improve myself as well.
And it's funny because sometimes when I go to the gym, you almost have that guilt of I'm going to the gym and there's meetings and there's all these phone calls and we have all these things to do. And I'm like, okay, all right, babe, I'm gonna go work out.
But
And
you
you
have to remember that if you don't prioritize your health, everything else doesn't fall into place.
exactly.
Mhm.
And
So,
because both of us understand that, it becomes a lot easier to stay on top of our health.
100%. So, what's next for your company? What's next for INE Plus Nutrition?
Well, we have a really fun collaboration coming up that I'd say we were scheduling wise and from it coming from thought to fruition, or like actually it's been at least a year
Mhm.
probably between schedule. We've had to postpone it a couple of times. So we are now in the finishing line. So that's going to be really exciting because we'll be giving back also with the collaboration to a nonprofit.
Love
Um,
that.
which is really important to us as a business as well to be
Very
able to give
important. Very
back.
cool.
And that's
Yeah.
been since day one, which is really great. So to be able to include them in this collaboration as well, that's really exciting. So that's going to come out mid-August.
Awesome.
Yes.
So really soon, actually, yeah. And then
Next
a
week,
couple,
something like that.
I'm like, what's today? But yeah, like a week and a half, almost 2 weeks, yeah.
Yeah.
Um, and then we have a couple of really exciting things that what we love is really customer inspired and
Yes.
just great feedback,
Amazing.
which is great. So yeah.
So before we end, can you guys share a healthy tip or piece of advice for anyone wanting to make a healthy change in their lives?
Yes. So with my before I restarted this business, I was in personal training for 20 plus years.
Yeah.
And I would get people come in all the time, depending on what their journey, what they're looking for to lose weight, gain muscle, whatever that is. And one of the questions I always asked them was like, okay, what's your plan?
Yeah.
And some people had a plan, some people were like, it's my first time, I'm looking for your help. And the most important thing was asking, how many days a week are you looking to work out? And what are you giving up to replace that with working out?
Hmm.
And a lot of people would ask, well, I'll just come in the mornings. I'm like, well, have you done that before? No, but I'll try and make it happen.
Hmm.
So what I did was say, okay, if you're looking to work out 3 days a week, on Monday, we work out together. On Wednesday, wake up at 6 and text me.
Hmm.
On Friday, wake up at 6 and text me. On Monday, I'll see you again to the gym. Starting very small is the best way to get the results you're looking for. It's the best way to stay consistent as well. I always say motivation is a feeling, consistency is an action. And we get excited, we get motivated because we want to lose weight or we want to get stronger, and we get excited in the moment. But as soon as that motivation goes away, and unfortunately it does, how consistent are you, and how well have you put yourself in a place to stay consistent by starting with very small habits. So the best way to start anything is to start small and build it from there, and just stay consistent. And even if that's once a week,
Yeah.
that's more than enough to start, because eventually you'll get to 2 to 3 to 4, and before you know it, it's just part of your lifestyle.
I completely agree with that. And as somebody who's been on my own fitness journey and as a trainer, you don't never want to be overwhelmed. You never want to be overwhelmed, even what you eat, what you put in your body, how you work out. Just kind of you want to make it easy. And going back to the very beginning, we want to simplify being healthy, right?
Yeah,
Same,
exactly.
same kind of goal. So if anybody's interested in your product, if any listeners are interested, where can they find you? Go for it.
Yeah, so you can find us online at inenutrition.com. And then you can follow us on Instagram or TikTok at inenutrition. And we're excited to.
Awesome.
Yes,
Well, thank
definitely.
you guys so much for coming on the 5 Foot Strong podcast. I really appreciate it. Listen, we have the same goal of just trying to simplify health and nutrition and health and healthy living, because people get overwhelmed and then avoid it and then it never happens. So if it's attainable, it's easier for someone to start their journey. So I appreciate you inspiring others just like I'm trying to do as well. So
Absolutely.
Amazing. Thank
Thank
you
you
for
so
having us,
much.
Jessica.
Yes,
Thank
this is
you.
great.
of course. Thank you guys so much. And if you're listening and you like this episode, please like, comment, subscribe, and share. And remember, whether you're 5 feet tall like myself or 7 feet tall, we're all strong in our own unique and beautiful ways. Have a great day and stay strong.